back. In part 2 of Clubvision, we're off on more disco adventures, revealing the contents of Touch Magazine's dance chart and visiting Breed at Gold Diggers in chilly Chippenham. Promoter DJ Kevin Scott has been involved with more clubs than Stan Collymore. From the age of 15, he's thrown parties everywhere from Bournemouth to Torremolinos. And Breed is his latest venture at Gold Diggers in Chippenham. So we thought we'd pay him a visit to check whether he's all clubbed out.
Somebody answer the phone.
Kevin Scott, who's a promoter and resident here at Breed. He promoted a lot of nights. What's the idea behind Breed?
The idea behind Breed was basically that we looked at this area and it didn't have anything for a long time, and we've got a lot of friends up here. It's quite local, and basically we just sort of said, what do you want? And we hopefully are giving it to them.
What DJs have gone down well here?
Boy George and Mr. Tommy Slav, I must say, on that night just absolutely had a stormer. But everybody who's come, I think they've all gone away with a big smile on their face, so wicked.
Is there a secret behind a successful night, or is it hard work?
It is really hard work. The secret, I think, is the team that you have around you.
In early '88, you were the only person south of London putting on acid house raves. What was so special about that scene to you?
It was the start of something that was amazing, like the 60s when that started, or the 70s scene, or whatever. It was the start of something new, hanging around in Manchester and at the Hacienda and places like that, and at Sin at the Astoria, and mixing around with Nicky Holloway and Pete Tong and people like that, to drop a few names in there, and hanging around with those guys and watching them do that. I had to take that back to the southeast. Obviously there was the Zap in Brighton at the time and places like that, and it just had to be done.
While you was working at Maxime's, the biggest raid ever on a club was made. Was it 30 Mile roadblock around Weymouth?
They did, yeah. I think the police were sort of like, can we control this scene or not? It's been going on underground and all this sort of stuff. And then at that point in time, and I think Dan Prince from Mixmag quoted it as the biggest, rockingest traffic jam ever at the time. And they put a 30 Mile roadblock on Weymouth and stopped the people going down there. Even Enjoy, do you remember Enjoy Anthem? Mm-hmm. They were turned away, like, in their little van and all that stuff. They couldn't get to the gig, but it was still a wild weekend.
Do you think clubbing is accepted a lot more now?
I think it's sort of the underground went, and it's sort of like now mainstream thing, and thanks to people like Judge Jules and people like that, giving it to the general public rather than, it's widely accepted now, and it's much healthier, much better.
How about the future for you?
The future is, next year I've got to do a few remixes with a friend of mine, Andrew Galea. How you doing, fella? And a few other people, Mr. Tommy Slav as well, and to progress in my radio career, which I do at the moment.
Yeah, tell us about your show.
Well, I do a show on FM 107.6 The Energy in Bournemouth, and the Saturday night show was voted the top specialist show, and it's only been going 6 months, which is quite cool. And it's a banging show, and I actually love that, DJing to 500,000 people. It's quite weird not seeing them, but yeah, it's quite wild, I love it.
You're a bit of a party DJ. Do you see some of the DJs at the moment taking themselves too seriously?
Yeah, I think the whole game is to have fun and to enjoy yourself. I mean, it's all like a big corporate industry now, and I think it should just be like back to the fun days. Everybody enjoy themselves. That's what it's all about. That's what we're here for. It's a night out to escape from reality. Let's have it.
Big hello from Clubvision at Chippenham.
What's it like here?
It's so good. If it's a good night, do you know what I mean? We have a laugh and all that.
The DJ's coming down. You got Boy George occasionally, Fats and Small.
Yeah. Well, we had to come down because Ferry Corsten is just the man. He's like a god, so we had to come down.
Now we make the most of it. It's party on, serious, isn't it?
There's no problems here. Everyone gets on with each other. Everyone's dancing. Everyone's having a good time. It's just great.
Yeah. She got caught shagging in the middle of this fucking dance floor.
You've only been living here for 3 weeks. That's all I know.
She got caught shagging in the middle of the dance floor, her.
This dance floor here.
Yeah.
What type of night are you expecting then?
Don't put me on the spot. I've had a drink.
What are the women like here?
They're not too bad. Don't want to say too much to get in trouble.
I'm Lauren.
And where are you from?
I'm from Bournemouth.